Hey everyone, it's Chelsea and I am back with another video. I am playing Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. I did a poll on Twitter and then I don't think I got the results, but I've played a little bit of Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 for myself, which is by the same developers who made this game. And I just wanted to play this game. I've been having a lot of fun and it's been sort of like I want to do a spooky kind of thing. This is really cool from what I played. I think I've played up to, I believe, chapter 3, and it's just been really enthralling to play. I love how the game, just how you can interact with everything, and the cases and all that. It's really fun. So, from what I've played, I did not realize as well that this is actually a remake of Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. I believe it was released in 2006. I did not realize that this was actually a remake of that because I've never played it. So I'm gonna go new game. All previous saves will be overwritten. There is no shame in asking for help. Yes. I just love this game. It's just so fun, and I love they sort of kept Sherlock's face from chapter 1. Oh, that rain looks bad though. Whew. The shadow over London. Sounds like Jack the Ripper. Baker Street. I know that place.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here. On
In a bed that isn't mine.
Let us see what the postman brought.
Okay, look, I know there's an extra room off of there, but because I think it was in one of the other games, like one of the older games, so it was just like it had the same layout, and it was like Sherlock's bedroom was like right there, but it's just like as I walked up, are you just sleeping in like Watson's bed and he just has that little armchair there or something like that? That would be incredibly rude. Oh, that's not my carb at all. Also, I don't know if anybody else has this, but my PlayStation 5 controller has like a real drifting problem. Like, it'll start moving when I'm not moving it. I don't know. There's apparently a fix for it, but I don't know what it is.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
I think both of my controllers are doing that, actually. I think it's just a PlayStation 5
Order
issue.
from Barnes Bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Yay!
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another
Vocal.
letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
Oh, he was in the last game.
I don't see the strand.
Whoa, he
Is it
disappeared for a
fun?
second there.
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
He's got the hat. I'm not going to put the hat on. There's, okay, so you can go into, like, if you press the touchpad, then it brings you to this screen, and you can see, like, bonuses and all that. So it's like your XP, you unlock a bunch of stuff. If you press the start button, or the select button, is it start or select nowadays? I don't know. Then you get all of the cases, or the, I guess, evidence that you have. They don't have this laid out as well as the previous game, they would have it where it would like archive what you didn't need. From what I've seen, they don't really do that in this game, which is disappointing. Your Mind Palace is here, as normal. There's the map. And here's the outfits! Look at all the outfits! They're all here! Ah, it's so cool. I think I got the deluxe edition of this, that's why. I just happen to really like the green. I think the green looks really nice. See, and it's going up for some reason. I'm not trying to do that. Maybe I am. I don't know. Yeah, but you get outfits for Sherlock. I like how it says fezzes are cool. I like that reference. Oh, what was it? There was one that was, really funny on here. I think it's... Yeah, no makeup. Why do they make Sherlock so pretty? Yeah, and you get outfits for Watson. Yeah. So, I don't know if they're following the same... I don't think they would be, because this is a remake of Sherlock Holmes: The Awakening, the old game. So they probably aren't following the canon that they made in Chapter 1. This is probably just like a side sort of pocket universe. I hope they keep following down what Chapter 1 did. From what I played, that was really fun. But they had it where John Watson was actually Sherlock's imaginary friend, and if I can find the clip, I'm gonna put in my first like genuine reaction, because I don't think I ever put that video out, and it was just, it blew my mind.
Disappointing.
So I don't know if I ever put that video out, but there we go. Is there... Oh, and if you tap L1, then you can interact. You can see what you can interact with.
I know it. I just need one more piece to crack the case.
Now, unlike what I did when I first played this game, I'm not going to spend the next 40 minutes trying to look for something that... I don't want to wear something else. I like my green waistcoat. I didn't realize that Watson was standing right there. So, in the last game he did this as well, where he would just stand where like you needed to be. So I didn't see him standing there. So I did not notice this. And yeah, I spent 45 minutes looking for something that I should have seen right from the get-go.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
I think you're going a bit far, but anyway.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil.
Convenient.
See, Watson, the conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Yeah, you're being really emotional. Oh, it's funny.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Hey, kid.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
You were just calling out that you had copies of the Strand.
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
What were today's headlines?
Any breaking news today?
The dock accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about...
Surprised the
burglars?
kid can
Not
read.
sure, sir.
Oh, maybe you can't. What happened to my newspaper?
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me.
What's going on with your forehead then?
Someone suspicious at my door
That's a
this
weird
morning.
texture glitch.
Like
Look at that
the
right there!
newspaper.
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Cool. Now I can take the day off.
What does cool mean? Does it mean cool? Where was he headed?
which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Tell me about the man at our doorstep.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises.
What did he do with the paper?
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears, if you have more shillings.
They look like they put like the face of like a 20-year-old NPC onto this poor kid's face. Like that
Get the Strand.
does
Get your copy of the Strand
that does
here.
not look like the face of a child. All right, once we go on to the Mind Palace. Cactus spined, possibly poisoned, or potentially poisoned. And then testimony. This is really cool. I've finally figured out how to do this. Oh, wait, maybe I haven't figured out how to do this. Yeah! So if they go that bright green color, then that means that you've got the right hint.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Yeah, okay. Is this it? Oh, there we go. It's here. I thought it was here. It's here! I found it! You going right there?
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
Are we not in Cordona? I don't know where we are. Where are we? Bags under eyes, the effects of overwork. Now, I don't know what happens because you always get two options. I don't know what happens if you get it wrong. Ink, newspaper ink. Is there anything with his shoes? Oh. Leans heavily on his right leg, sore left leg. I love this. It feels like this is what like Batman should be if it went purely detective, but obviously it doesn't. Workaholic, developed a limb. Not very confident. Ink on these hands suggests he's the one who sold the newspaper. He could be a bigger pawn. He could be a pawn in a bigger pawn without his knowledge. I think he's just a workaholic. That is purely what I think it is.
A word. Oh, for goodness sake.
She's just over it. What the bloody hell are you doing, mate?
Who goes there?
Who do you
Sherlock
think?
Holmes. Now will you please?
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you coming.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
In a month or
Now,
two?
Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
No, really deep in the weeds with important things. Help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
Sherlock has
You're
really,
asking
like,
questions.
long eyelashes. And I have really long eyelashes myself. They're a pain in the butt. And I mean that sincerely. I always feel like I have, like, an eyelash in my eye.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
That looks creepy. That looks so creepy. Ooh, is it something to do with that book? Ooh.
Basics of cryptoanalysis. Cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
What is cryptography? I don't know what that is. Exotic plants. Ooh. Getting into flowers. You sensitive soul. Ooh. Flowers.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
I don't know the lore about Sherlock Holmes. I've never read the books or watched any of like the movies or the shows. But is because Mycroft in chapter 1 is Sherlock's brother. Is that just the same among like just Sherlock Holmes in general? They're just brothers? Ooh,
The finest view London has to offer.
it's raining. Actually, I like the rain. This is really nice for me. I love the rain. Gotta have some tea. I felt like coffee, but it's like 5 p.m. It is way too late for coffee. Sherlock started moving on his own again. I don't like when he does that. Oh, there's something in here.
The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
So that would be how he injured his leg. Dead flowers on display. Why is Barnes acting so strange? I still don't know what cryptology is. I do know the answer for this one. I can't. Mr. Barnes is involved in this game. She's like, I don't think he is. I like how Sherlock just immediately jumped to, it's got to be somebody out to kill me. Where she's like, no.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Ew. These are pretty.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses.
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Oh.
Familiar spine. Is this what I found in my dustbin?
There's some really pretty spines on there. I just noticed the pink.
Pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Okay.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
You are really pretty. I just want to say that right now. You're really pretty. Distant looks. Avoid eye contact or distracted. Wearing makeup for beauty or concealment. Mourning brooch. Honoring deceased husband. How do you know she was married? Oh, maybe they know each other. Unusual for work attire. Ooh, look at her boots! Change shoes upon arrival. Her boots are so nice. I'm gonna go ready to move on.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No. But
No.
your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
I guessed.
Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
He's like, are
Kindly
you trying to
ask you keep
swoon
your
me?
keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
Ooh, damn, okay. Also, whenever I first played this, I was just like, I'm trying to do, like, provide evidence. Why is it not letting me do it? And it was just like, I didn't have it selected. Rose for sale.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr.
Aw.
Holmes.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
Which one
What
is
on earth
it?
does that mean?
I know who he is, of course. But we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog. And most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Do you like
Are
him?
you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
Also, some of these things I'm
Cactus.
going to be
Those
guessing.
fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless. Though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Oh. Okay.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh. I hope you're right.
Aww. So, and as you can see, the colors relate to different subjects. So, what's this? I think it's this one. Ah, damn it. What's... Or is it cactus in a cracked pot? Yeah! Mr. Barnes in love with Mrs. Fleming. Oh, he gifted her a cactus. Oh.
I think perhaps I have been chasing
Oh,
shadows.
doggo!
Don't despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Can I tell her?
I should have worn something warmer. People don't tend to come out
Oh.
with flowers when it rains. Perhaps I should.
No, I can't tell her. Okay, it's not gonna let me tell her. And I want to be a matchmaker. Why you not telling me? Look at the puppy.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Oh, you're a good boy.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
Mrs. Fleming's new cactus.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You placed flowers in the window to get her attention.
Also, the lip
and
syncing
wear
is not
high
very
heels
good.
To appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
Whoa! That was a very audible crashing. My paper was ruined.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured, we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come
I want to
out.
think that Sherlock was like, really, Watson? I want to say something.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
I don't think Sherlock
it's
can
true.
talk.
I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
She did. I'll go with this.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the obtruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen?
That was a
She
weird
rejects
cut.
you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller.
That
I
makes
have a
sense.
subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
You'd think
So
they'd
you
get it
ought
for
to be
free.
familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Yeah.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Yay! Saltpeter explosion rocks the docks. You know when you get your mouth like full of spit? That's what I've got right now. Ugh. So we've got to go to the port.
Let us put this matter behind us.
Yay!
Mr. Barnes,
Put that there.
hope to hear good news.
Oh, I missed that. Just want to mark everything off as complete.
Mrs. Fleming.
let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what, tomorrow's edition of
He
The
just
Strand
keeps
is
going on about it if you keep talking to him,
Well,
so...
that was an utter waste of time.
Was it?
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
Yes.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No? Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes.
It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Ooh.
Truly. Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared.
Yeah, see,
I
this is
said
where I
only
think it
just
isn't
landed
actually
up.
related to Chapter 1.
What do you say?
Oh, what?
Because they're in Cordona in
Yes,
Chapter 1
I
from
know
what I've
it's not the
seen.
most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But,
It's brilliant. Let's go.
oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
I know where it is. I've played this chapter before. I know what
Not
I'm
much further now.
doing. Plus, obviously, it would be like the big, like, ostentatious.
Is this lousy
Gate.
attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. It's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Ruffles. You sound like a dog.
Why has the police department
It
decided...
has a
not
dog's
to-
name, I should
We
be
investigate
clear.
murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find
Also
Kimmy
just
breaking
sounds
the
straight
law,
up illegal
we'll be sure
in
to
today's
notify
standards.
Captain Stenwick.
Other missing people.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
This camera cuts
You heard
weird.
that, didn't you? The way that
Your
man
hair is
spoke.
unusually
I shall need
dark.
your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Are you
Captain,
dipping your head in
perhaps
motor
Mr.
oil?
Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
You sound like a grouch. Where does he live?
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Can you describe him?
Tell me about Kimmy here.
He's foreign, a Maori, all the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English, never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
Yeah, you're not a good dude. I don't really want to help you. When did he disappear?
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself.
Ugh.
He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Had to walk outside and get my own newspapers. Ugh.
I take it this is the first time Kimmy here has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage,
He seriously
I will
just
bear the
sounds like a
responsibility,
pet.
For it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first
You did
place.
not rescue him from savagery. You took him away from his home. You're a dick.
Is there any reason Kimmy here may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Were you just feeding him cabbage? I know rabbits don't eat cabbage, but he is not a rabbit.
Did Kimmy here make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
I didn't talk
Still,
to
he
Sergeant
must have
Puppy.
fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have
Sounds like you weren't paying him.
We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
You should probably write that down. I don't like this man. He just... I don't like him. Like that. Okay. So we're looking for 2 blues and then like a yellowy sort of color. Is there anything in here? Nope. You're right there, Watson. Also, this is really cool. So if you hold down R1, you go into what the game calls concentration mode, which, to me, kind of looks like detective vision from the Arkham games. And that's cool. Also, what are you guys thinking about Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League? I was on board. I don't know if I am anymore. I'm still gonna get it, but am I looking forward to it as much as what I was? Not really, no. Gotham Knights had an okay story, but I mean, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and now I can see that this is gonna have an okay story, but it's also not what I thought it was gonna be.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
I just want like a Green Lantern game or something like that. I don't even really want a Superman game.
Someone knelt here.
I feel like that'd be a bit too OP. I just kind of want just a fun game in a fun world that I can enjoy. See, this was the clue that I kept missing for like the longest time.
They seem fresh.
And then, see, because I know where everything is, it's a lot easier for me to do this case now.
Someone plugged the chimney.
Cases in like the next one I'm not gonna know, because I don't really know the next section too well. I've played it, doesn't mean I know it. Ooh. Cloth.
A scrap of hessian.
What's Hessen? Is it like hemp? Actually, it might just be hemp. I don't know.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break.
Cause you can make clothing out of hemp, right? I don't think I'm making that up.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Ugh. Sounds horrible. Where's the other clue? Ah, it's here. Whee!
A small navy spyglass.
Ooh. Very nice. So see how in the bottom left, or sort of like mid to bottom left, how it's coming up with points? That is the EXP system.
Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Apparently, yes. I don't know though.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Wow. It's like didgeridoos. I played a didgeridoo.
No air coming through.
I'm not very good at it. It also kind of like around it, because you're blowing into a stick of wood basically. It really hurts around like the lips like here. So probably like professional didgeridoo players have like a lot of like callous, like rough skin around their mouth, which just sounds really uncomfortable.
Either way, it's giving me chills.
No air coming through it.
I didn't mean to click on that a second time.
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
Oh, at least he got fed somewhat.
The ashes are long since cold.
Oh. And this! A bowl.
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
See a sniffer hound?
I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Yikes. Also, when you see that little, do you see that little blue symbol? That means that you can investigate. Now, I believe I need to go into here. I'm just gonna guess a couple of things and we'll just see. Damn. Okay, let's just see. Alright, I think we're gonna go back and talk to the fella. I got so confused with this case because I didn't know what a lot of the controls were. I'm gonna actually get rid of that.
I will not be long, Captain.
Just did what I was doing before. It is...
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain?
You sound
I found
disappointed.
chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
You also probably wouldn't have let him.
Where on earth are you going with this?
That.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Probably didn't take to the shoes that you wanted to give him.
I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Hessen.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Why was it distracting? It's a genuine question
Is
there.
the spyglass familiar?
I guess.
I don't
Yeah.
recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Again, your hair is just unnaturally dark. It's very unsettling. Alright. You're gonna find as well, a lot of the, like, the physics are janky. Okay, so there's 3. Okay, now I know it's that one because somebody obviously clogged up the pipe. Something. The cart was there, obviously. Let's go over here. It's not it. Might be it. Is this? Might be that one. They see those little symbols up the top there. They'll actually show like red if they're not the right color. So that's sort of how you know. It might be this one. Okay, I think I need to go to this lock here.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
That, how do you even make a lock like that? Hey, there's more clues. I was looking for these. Use often. Pile of logs fallen.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Oh, that's my best guess. Okay. Just immediately, just like, yes, that's it. Okay. I'm gonna ask the dude about the keyhole that looks like a 9. It looks like a 9! What can I say? That.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Again, how do you make something like this?
Uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set.
Yes, how do you even work out the tumblers and something like that?
You'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Why didn't you do this then? You could have done it. You could have let the copper do it, but no. You had to say, no, you go and do that. I don't want to get my hands dirty. That's probably why he's so rich. He doesn't want to get his hands dirty. key print missing. Bent to the left. Okay, so it's here. No, it wouldn't be you. Is that right? Did I do it? Oh, damn it! It's this one over here. Okay, my guess is that it's gonna be that one. Oh, because that's the spyglass there.
From afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity.
Ah, so they've
When
got the
Kim
chewing
here
tobacco
went
in
to
their
sleep,
hand.
The man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Yeah, but now the biggest question is, why did they do it? Do we go to the dude? Okay. I'm not gonna go in there. The doctor, so spyglass, chewing tobacco remains. Yes. Ah, oh, damn it, it's all but one. No, let me try. Okay. I don't have what I need. Also, you can press the up button on the D-pad if you're playing with a controller to get rid of that UI stuff. It's pretty cool. I like it.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
He was
I found
intoxicated.
a residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
Stop being impatient. Someone had eyes on him.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I don't like this guy.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
You need to ask questions to get answers.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
You admitted 2 minutes
Right,
ago
a
that you
moment
didn't
ago.
know anything.
It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Yeah, the police
Every
couldn't do
second
it.
You dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted.
I hate
I'm
this
not
guy.
interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Wait, is that why Claptrap is called Claptrap in the Borderlands games? Because he doesn't shut up? Oh, I could be a bastard. Do it yourself. Why'd you call me? Or remain silent. I'm gonna say, why'd you call me?
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should
Watson,
have led
why?
with that.
You
Here you go.
should have
I
known.
hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
Ah, shut the fuck up. I don't like you. Yay! Ooh, I got a suit. What suit did I get? Ooh, I like that suit. I'm gonna go with the one with the jacket. I look nice. You know, Sherlock looks nice. And it hasn't come up with that little symbol at the top. So we've done everything here, which is really cool. Yay! Penny farthing bicycle. Very nice. Oh, I have to do the, this thing. I forgot about that. I'm not going to do the, like, the other cases. Just because it's going to bog down the series too much if I do, like, a 100% like this for a case. I'm not going to do that. So, if you guys want me to, I can always do it. I can do, like, a separate video on, like, the bonus cases. But right now, I'm not going to be doing that.
Roy Soulsby. That be the name of our man. A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the colour and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
This is reading very...
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter. Then we're in agreement. Well done.
It's reading very... I don't actually know what this is, but I'm not going to tell you that I don't know what this is, so can you tell me what it is and I'll just act like I know what it is? It's giving me that kind of vibe.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
What the hell is a bosun's chair? You're saying things I don't know. It scares me. Oh, it's grass on here. Okay.
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimmer here's carved
That's a
together.
terrible texture. Ooh, investigation seemed complete. Very nice. Okay. Let's have a look. Calling card! This has got to be it. It wasn't it. Is that it? Yeah, that was it. Particular nut and spyglass. I love this whole menu. It's really cool. What was saltpeter? I think it's a strand. And is it this? I was! Okay, good. Port of London. Nice. I'm really smart, guys.
The strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Ooh. We get in the cab. What's a cab? I think there's one nearby our place on Baker Street. I think this is a cab. Yeah, it is. Alright.
Where to go? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
You stop in a very convenient location with a gate that closes behind you. Just an FYI. Ooh. Blood Red Knight. The Blood Red Knight. Gotta correct myself. I love how the
Mr.
blue
Holmes,
spinning circle is
what
like the
compelling
tendrils
mystery
with the
have you
Mind
stumbled
Palace.
upon? Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Oh, you thought burglaries made a
That
story.
was before us. It's a bad omen.
I did not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps before the war.
I love that
my
camera
time
zoom, it's so
abroad
weird.
was difficult. Once I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert.
What is going on with the texture of the hats?
And things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
Damn, Sherlock, only thinking of yourself.
Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimmer here?
Cool. Whoa, that is a... Really zooming in on the hat there. You just gotta do something with this hat. Oh, it's kind of got green on it. But that stripe is sort of like a greenish hue. It looks quite nice. I am going to... Where's the save button? Well, there we go. I got up to chapter 4. Solves that mystery. There we go. I'm going to save it here and leave the video here. I hope you all really enjoyed it. I love this game from what I've played. I haven't played the original, obviously. Didn't know that it was a remake of the original game. They came out in like 2006 or something like that. But this was really fun. I love that it's really like dark and mysterious. It gets kind of spooky. Actually, at the end of this chapter, I think it gets kind of spooky, which is really nice. It's the kind of game where you want to sit down. I have my tea already, but you want to sit down with a cuppa and just get under a blanket and just be like, oh, I'm playing the spooks. But it's not like overly spooky. It's a good like middle ground kind of game, and well, so far anyway, and I really like that. So if you want to see more, don't forget to let me know down below. And if you want to see me actually play chapter 1, I picked up the game again. I've been really enjoying it. As well, I'll be finishing up Resident Evil 4 remake, obviously, and getting into, I don't know if I'm going to play this on my own or for the channel, but Jedi Fallen Order? The new one that's coming out in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be playing that, so I don't know if I'm, again, going to be playing that for the channel or for myself. There are just some games that are really nice to play for myself, which is why I won't be continuing the first Jedi Fallen Order game, whatever the heck it is, just because I really like that game for myself, and it doesn't, I started making videos and it's like it doesn't feel right to make videos on it, so I'm not going to do a series on that for anyone who's asking, but I might do a series for the next game. So long-winded version, too long, didn't listen, TLDL, I guess. Let me know if you like this video, what you want to see next, and then as always, like, share the video around, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will see you all next time, which is next week. Bye everyone. Bye.